everybody, good morning. Thanks for starting your day the KUAM way. Welcome to morning meeting where we go over some of the stories that we're working on, what we have been working on. It was a busy weekend. Several things happened. Matter of fact, just this morning, the Guam Police Department announced that they finally captured Ronnie Crisostomo. He was wanted since last week, and it turns out he was the second suspect involved in that home invasion that took place in Ordot, right, on May 14th, and he, along with, I think, Francis Tysikin,
Yeah.
he was arrested last week, and so they put a call out to the community asking for help in the search for Robbie Crisostomo, and so they picked him up at a home in Jotnya, I think, late yesterday, and so they effectuated the arrest. He's been booked and confined. They confirmed that he was involved with the Ordot home invasion and also linked to several other burglaries in Tumon and in Chalanpago. So that's a story that we'll have tonight on primetime. Also over the weekend, on Friday, we reported that there was a plane
Sorry,
crash.
I'm totally tardy to the party.
All right, come on.
Since you're talking about weekend stuff.
Come on, Andrew.
On
Sorry.
Friday, there was
Perfect
a
attendance was never my
report
thing.
That airplane part was located, washed ashore in the village of Pidi. Then on Sunday, we heard that the Coast Guard responded to another report of airplane part found in the ocean off of Pidi as well. And so I spoke with the FAA public affairs officer in California, and he mentioned that the airplane parts were actually came off of a cargo plane that left Anderson Air Force Base, I think on the 11th of May,
Yeah.
and landed without incident in Hawaii. So that's it's crazy,
They
right?
were able to track it pretty quickly because of there was some
The serial
numbers
number
on the,
on,
it was such a strange.
Story,
The
right? I know
the comments were really funny though. Because they're kind of freaking out that a plane could make it, without
right.
with certain parts. But
Yeah.
it was only until we found, usually, I think they, make us aware of, if a plane, landing, whether it be even to turn around. But the fact that
You
they
just
actually
keep
found
going.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, remember like so many years ago, if you guys thought it was funny how when that new fledgling airline literally like tried to take off and the sticker, like on the back wing, like came off, everybody had a ball with that one. But this one, it was actually part of the plane.
Right.
Yeah, but the comments, I mean, fortunately nobody got hurt. That's a big thing.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you want to read the comments, some of you guys were quite humorous.
Right.
having fun with that. Okay, if I can jump in, we had something fun. We had our latest mukbang, which if you guys have probably heard this if you're on the internet as much as we are. You've probably seen that term, but it's basically when we bring our streaming gear to some place that serves food and we eat. It's literally that simple.
Tough
And-
job, someone's got to do it.
Yeah, I got to take one for the team. But Ken St. Nicholas and Asha Robles and I, we went to McDonald's right over there in Harmon. I mean, I could probably see it. It's a stone's throw away. But it's their 30th anniversary this past weekend. I
30 years
remember.
already.
Yeah, and we actually were throwing out some trivia. Like, okay, I don't know if you guys watched the live stream. Probably not. But mostly everybody watched it. But do you guys know the actual name of what's known as Hamburger Road? In 1989, because Burger King opened on one
Isn't
side.
it Finnegazen?
Yeah, very good.
There you go.
Nice. Did you watch the live stream?
Oh no, it helps to have a husband as a police officer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, Burger King started on one side where Marine Corps Drive is, and then McDonald's is right over here where that Harmon Access Road is. So they basically everybody just started calling it affectionately Hamburger Road because you've got the two fast food places in there. But technically Finnegazen Street. But that was a lot of fun.
How did it become Finnegazen? Because Finnegazen's up north.
I don't know. I've never understood that. I think it maybe named after somebody named Finnegazen. Or, I mean, I've never known anybody with that last name, but.
Yeah, the thing is, while you were covering McDonald's and having your mukbang, I was actually covering a cleanup in Jigo on Saturday, and I have to give it up to all of the volunteers, the Micronesia Alliance, Micronesia Climate Change Alliance, Micronesia Micronesia Renewable Energy, the Jigo Mayor's Office. I know Julius had been covering this story about the homeless man who was living in the bus stop, and that actually came to light from this woman named Pam Duvall. She's a resident of Jigo, and she said she posted a picture on social media of the homeless guy, and then everybody started chiming in. She said, they call me Bus Stop Betty now. But since she came out on social media, people started to reach out. There was a cleanup, like I said, that happened on Saturday. And, you know, she took me on a ride. She's like, you know, I wanted to show you something. And so she wanted to show me just how bad the problem is of illegal dumping in that area, because the bus stop was just only a small glimpse of how bad it is. Once you go further down the road along Challenger Ramirez, both sides, just trash on both sides. And I'm not talking about just household trash, appliances, television sets, furniture, mattresses. It was just so sad to see that. And, you know, and the Jigo mayor, he's like, you know, it's going to take a long time just to clean up this place, because it's not just on the side of the road. When you look further in, there's trash in the jungle. So, you know, and I know he's bombarded because that's not the only illegal dump in the village of Jigo. And so, you know, he's just like calling on the community that we all have to do our part.
We really do. You know, I got to tell you guys a story. When I first got back from Singapore, and Singapore is known as this immaculately clean country, right?
Right.
And so I'd been away from Guam for a while, but living here for a while, you become immune to it. So coming back from Singapore, where it is just absolutely, you know, so clean, and then coming back to Guam, I was, you know, kind of shocked at how much litter you can find, debris on the roadways, just, you know, driving along the roadway. So I think that's something we really need to take to heart. I mean, you know.
And it is amazing
is.
to consider that only a few years ago there were still, you know, within relative driving distance, you know, like dumps that you could go to. I mean, there was one in Dedido, there was one in Tamuning, there was the one down in
The
like
transfer
Malolo.
stations.
Yeah, and it was, you know, I mean, they're not that far away, but you know.
But it's stuff like, you know, just you're drinking and you just toss it out of your car. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, guys.
Yeah, it
That's-
was so bad.
This is our island. We need to keep it clean. We need to, you know, it's just terrible.
Yeah, but kudos to the people who actually took time out of their Saturday, which they did not need to do, but they did anyway, and actually remedied that situation.
Well, actually, they couldn't clean up the whole thing. It was,
I was
you
gonna
know,
say that's
there's just one day. Pam was like, "There's no way." Even the mayor, "There's no way one day we can clean this whole area up." So hopefully, you know, more cleanups will be planned. But it was just, I'm still in shock of how bad. You know, I know Clint did the cleanup along the Ukudu pipeline.
Yeah.
You know, that was terrible. This is also terrible, and it's going to take a while to clean up the illegal dumping in that area. But again, you know, thanks to those who volunteered their time on Saturday along Challenger Ramirez.
Well, something on a more positive note, there's going to be a news conference this morning in about a half an hour or so, or maybe 45 minutes. They're going to introduce the Liberation Queen candidates, so we'll get to meet them today, and it's the countdown is what? We're less than 2 months away from our 75th anniversary of Liberation Day. So.
That's going to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I spoke to the Angels of Lawn, and they opened the bids on Friday night. So he said they've got bidders for all of the different games of chance, except for Beto Beto. So if you're interested,
Is that the pay red, pay red? Is that
Yeah.
the color game?
yeah.
Okay.
So if you're interested in opening a Beto Beto, I think that's the only one they don't have a bid on. But every other game of chance, they do have a bid. So I think they still need to get it certified by Revenue.
Okay, Siri, what is Beto Beto?
Well, let's wrap it up on a good note, because I know that we have to get up to that press conference to prepare for some digital elements that we're working on to celebrate and commemorate our 75th liberation. So from all of us here on the news team, minus Julius, yes?
Oh, sorry, one thing. Who's graduating tonight? Do you guys know? Because Academy was on Friday.
Congratulations, Reese.
Notre Dame was on Saturday. Who's graduating tonight?
I'm
Add it in the comments, because you know, we want to make sure that we cover all the stuff. And if you guys feature your stories, please tag us, because we want to make sure that we give love to all of the graduates of the class of 2019.
All right, have a great week, everyone. Thanks for starting your day the KUAM way. Bye.